It's What the Flick, everybody. We're all here. Matt Atchity, Christy, Lemire, Alonso, Duralde, Ben Mankiewicz. A couple of big movies opening this week. One that many of us found outstanding, and one that we didn't.
Let you guess which one's which.
We're going to start with the one we liked. Matt, sorry, X-Men. I don't like the title. I think the title sounds like it was made up by a 9-year-old.
Yeah, I want to call it
Days of
Future Past.
I keep wanting to call it X-Men In Through the Outdoor.
It sounds like a Moody Blues album.
It does sound like a Moody Blues.
Anyway, X-Men Days of Future Past. The title comes from comics from the early 80s, the John Byrne, Chris Claremont era.
I knew that.
The original story involves Kitty Pryde actually going back in time. In this new story, she sends Wolverine back in time because the period at which she sends him back from is kind of post-apocalyptic. Giant robots called Sentinels have killed most of the mutants, are rounding up people, everything sucks. So they send Wolverine back in time to try and change history and make things all better. Lots of action. Everybody from First Class and everybody from the original X-Men movies comes back. Let's watch the trailer.
Mutants. We now find ourselves on the edge of extinction. Are we destined to destroy each other?
You're gonna find this hard to believe. I was sent here for you. 50 years from now.
You'll need to go into the past to end this war before it ever begins.
We've been given a second chance.
So, I wake up in my younger body, and then what?
Logan, I was a very different man.
You took the things that mean the most to me.
Maybe you should have fought harder for them.
I've watched a lot of people die.
I don't want your suffering. I don't want your future.
Those years wasted fighting each other, Charles.
You're afraid. I remember.
I kind of love this. I'm just gonna go out there and say I kind of love this movie.
It's a lot of fun. Although Dave and I were joking about the when Dune came out and they handed you a glossary. It's like you really need to be up on your X movies beforehand. Like there should be a crash course. I followed Veronica Mars more easily, and I'd never even seen that show. And I was like, wait, I think I remember that guy.
What has become, as you may recall, a serious weakness for me is a complete inability to remember anything. Politics and sports has apparently stopped there. I can't remember movie titles. I know nothing about X-Men. I mean, I've seen all the movies, but I don't remember, and none of it matters to me at all. I didn't read any of the comic books, and I didn't have any problem with it. I think it totally stands on it because and our theater was into it, and there was a lot of laughter at callbacks to earlier movies. And which I didn't get. It didn't matter because you could tell they were a callback, and they were little bumps. They weren't roadblocks. You could easily go right around it.
Then let's just say it would help if you were versed, but it's not a must.
Yeah, I would think maybe you'd like it more if you were well versed in it. But I thought it was just great, and I didn't. I don't care. I'm tired of superheroes. I'm tired of what they do. I'm tired of their shit. And so what got me, and I think what got Christy too, we'll let her speak for herself. That's what we do. We let the girls speak
sometimes.
in this show.
No, you're a girl. You can't talk about comics.
I'm gonna go make some sandwiches and come back later.
But was the non-action? Like I just thought the story was great, and I love time travel, and time travel done right is great. And I thought this time travel was done exquisitely well with very few problems. I was way into it.
It made total sense, yeah. It reminded me a lot of Inception.
Yes.
On many
Yeah,
levels,
yeah, yeah.
in that you have the layers of time, you have the communication between the layers of time.
Right.
You have Ellen Page as your conduit through all these different layers of time. You have a major set piece involving the destruction of an American football stadium.
RFK Stadium?
Yes, I thought about you when I saw that. I'm like, oh, Ben's enjoying seeing RFK get
Yeah,
blown
that
up.
was good. That looked like
That was really
RFK
impressive,
Stadium.
yeah. And then
I
also,
was reminded of Jerry Rubin trying to levitate the Pentagon. Remember with the Yippies?
I don't.
Okay, never mind.
Because I'm younger than
I'm
you.
old. Fine. go
But then
ahead.
also, and the score is not quite so wham as Inception, but it has glimmers of wham. So it reminded me a lot, in all the best ways, and all of the really challenging yet really fun ways it reminded me of Inception.
It's fun. I really I like the Bryan Singer X-Men movies the best of all, so I'm glad that he's back doing this one. I like where they sort of pause for character moments for Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen to kind of be like, oh yeah, we used to be friends and then we hate each other, but now we have to band together because of the Sentinels. There are some really fun set pieces, particularly the one involving Quicksilver.
Oh my God, tour de force, brilliant.
A lot of fun to watch.
So good.
The thing that kept bugging me, and this is fanboy bullshit, and I'm sure Ben didn't give it a second thought, but was the notion of, okay, this movie assumes that all of the films before this are canon because there are flashbacks to all of them. Why then what happened to Mystique that she was Rebecca Romaine in those other movies, that she existed in that timeline, but in this one she doesn't, and the thing in the
It's a totally, it's a 100% valid question.
Yeah, right.
Shut up.
And
I know. And finally, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with it.
Like, you can't-
To quote Austin Powers, now I've gone cross-eyed.
Right, you can't hold this up perfect. It holds up very well with the other movies.
Sure.
And it does call back to them, and clearly 86% of what happened in those other movies
Is relevant here, yeah.
Is relevant here, but they do twist a couple of things.
All right, so you're the expert here. You did not love this.
It's fine. And I will admit that the experience of going to the screening for this was particularly awful.
It was.
And it was, the studio that held it, everything around it was amateur hour. And I'm having trouble separating my experience of the movie from the experience of going to the screening. So I have to, that being said, it's fine. I need to go see it again. I'm going to take Gabe. I need to take my 10-year-old. We're going to go see it again. I'm sure I will like it a lot more. My initial feeling is that I felt like what the first two X-Men movies are really good at is drawing on the subtext that the X-Men is based on. And I felt like I didn't feel like that there was much subtext here at all. And that was where that's where I have a problem with this one a little bit. The X-Men are a great opportunity to tell stories about society as a whole, and I feel like they kind of dropped that ball here. Now maybe I'm probably being overly harsh based on the experience of seeing it.
I agree. I mean, you get the basic, Professor X is MLK and Magneto is Malcolm X thing that they've been rocking the whole time, but they don't build on it anywhere. They don't necessarily apply it to a thing that the previous films have done in a more specific way.
This was a lot more, there was more here about the fear that white people had of MLK and Martin Luther King, like in the reaction to and who did I say?
MLK and Martin Luther King.
Both of those guys, because he was so good. He was like of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So there was more of like, what do we do with the mutants? More so than that storyline had much more humanity in it than I think it did in the first. So in the first couple, and I agree with that, but. And because Peter Dinklage was a much more interesting, he's the creator of these monsters. They're these RoboCops essentially that have the potential to exterminate the mutants. And there was just much more of that side of the argument without making them seem like totally crazy people. Without making them seem like a diabolical, soul-crushing.
Sure,
There's still the fear of difference. There's the fear of other, and the connection these guys all have to each other because they'd always felt so alienated and so mistrustful of their own gifts. That thing that permeates all these stories. It's still there. It's still poignant. But like in X2, for example, you can read a gay subtext into it where Iceman's parents are like, do you have to be a mutant? And then they bring up the Nazi stuff more vividly in First Class with
with Magneto's backstory. I kind of felt like they didn't apply that idea to something else in this movie the way they done previously. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that's how they're playing it.
They instead did time travel.
Right.
It was so cool.
It does work really well, and also it adds this really unexpected poignancy to the stuff that goes on in the dystopian future. When you see what the friendship was like and how tortured and how fraught it is between when it's James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. It makes those flashes forward that much more touching, which you don't expect in a big blockbuster
now,
like this.
I wanted to ask you, because I know you write about, for Rotten Tomatoes, you talk about the parental point of view. This movie opens with corpses being bulldozered into a mass grave. I was like, whoa, okay. So, I mean, like, what's your age, and up for this?
Tweens and up, because you do see bodies and you do see like mass destruction. The robots, the flying robots, just gunning people down is kind of scary. Everyone fleeing in terror.
That
so I
shot,
would
that
say,
Holocaust-like shot of dumping bodies out of an incinerator or wherever, not an incinerator, but a truck, and just dumping them. That was sort of the most difficult scene for young Americans.
Yeah, no, I would say like tweens. Would you're taking Gabe. He's 10.
He's 10. He's in 4th grade. It would be different if there were scenes in this movie of kids in peril, and that's where things a lot of times get scarier in the PG-13 movies.
He's your kid. He's movie savvy. Come on.
And comic savvy. Yeah,
he still gets scared about stuff. So, not to derail the discussion, I think that this movie's fine. I need to go see it again. I would have liked something that I felt that it's not as impactful as some of the other comic book movies that we've seen.
It may not have been impactful, but I just thought it was better. It's my favorite X-Men movie, and by far. And I like the first two.
And you were saying you like this better than Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
I like Captain America. Yeah,
I'm still more in that.
I had many perspective problems.
I think
with that
Captain
movie.
America: Winter Soldier is a much better film than this
I don't even think they're close.
No,
but
this is
that
the
was
best
fine.
movie
This
of
is
all those
outstanding.
this
Yeah,
summer,
by far.
I
I
would
agree.
say.
I'm with Christy.
Okay. Yeah.
I got confused where people were constantly in Captain America. The fights were freaking boring, except the elevator scene. But and then this scene here with what's his name?
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
That was amazing.
That scene was great.
That was
amazing.
But also, I mean, I sometimes learn something dumb in movies, or that I'm dumb, because it opens with a set piece where the most famous person is Ellen Page, right? And I don't really know who those other people are. I didn't recognize them immediately, and they weren't all recognizable. That's why I didn't recognize them.
Yeah, they're all new to the franchise.
And I thought, is this going to be a movie with where Ellen Page is I thought the other guys were in it, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to the trailer. So I was like, I forgot. I was just like, I guess this is Ellen Page. And then like 6 or 7 minutes in, ship or whatever the hell they're on lands, and out walks, like essentially in order, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, who has maybe 5 lines in this movie.
And none until we're well into it. Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, and Ian McKellen. And they come off, and Bryan Singer sort of reveals them dramatically, and I was like, ooh, movie stars. And all of a sudden you were like, this movie matters. I'm like, let's get up, let's go.
Ellen who?
Yeah, right.
There's Jennifer Lawrence and Michael Fassbender.
Right. I'm like,
Can we talk about, since you have a problem with Jennifer Lawrence not being Rebecca Romaine, can we talk about Jennifer Lawrence in this?
She's fine.
I know. But how is she in this?
Yeah, I just mean in the continuity of the character. No, she's great. I'm a fan, and I like how she is given a lot of notes to play within the main thing of just she's pretty much angry all the time, which the character went through all of the like not angry to very angry in First Class, and this one she's just sort of angry, but she finds different ways to play it, so it's not like she just comes on screen every time and does it the same way.
She has some more vulnerable moments, I guess, with Michael Fassbender or whatever. Let me ask you guys also really fast. Bryan Singer is back, which is great because he is good at this. Did it distract you to watch a Bryan Singer movie again, knowing what all has come out recently?
No.
Okay. No. Okay.
He hasn't been found guilty of anything yet.
Okay.
Right. If he gets convicted of something, that might be a different story.
I can't believe I've just discovered something. I thought they nailed the RFK Stadium thing, so this will anger you.
No.
Yeah, because
Don't tell
sports,
him.
I'm such a detail freak. What?
Yeah, it won't anger you. The second batch of the Washington Senators, because it's RFK Stadium, unmistakably, but it's a baseball field. And the Senators played there, but they left in 1971, was their final season. That would never be a baseball field. In 1973, it was only a football field in 1973.
But it looks like a football field. It's rounded.
No, it was a baseball diamond. It's a baseball diamond.
I don't think I recall.
All
the scores are lowering now.
I had it at an 8.8. I'm going to a 2.8.
All right, what's your actual number?
8.8. It was great. It was great.
I give it a 9.
Yeah.
7.3. I didn't like it as much as some other movies in this franchise, but
Matt score has an asterisk.
I'm giving it a 7, and I know everyone's going to flip out.
That pulls us to an 8 for X-Men.
It's at 95 right now on the
92.
92
92 on the tomato meter.